Assalamualaikum everyone. This is Tooba Mirza. I'm the founder and lead trainer and consultant at On-Time Training and Consultancy Services. So in this event, we are going to celebrate the success story of our PMP delegate, Nauman Zafar. He has earned his PMP in June, by mid-June, and he has earned that with all three above target, which is a major feat. Congratulations, Nauman, on this. This event is about him sharing his success story, his journey, his insights, some useful tips during his journey. And he's also going to share his success formula to earn the credential with all three above target, which is actually a major thing in this credential. So Nauman, first of all, people would like to hear about you, your professional background. So please share your brief introduction, and then we will formally begin the conversation.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Tooba, for having me on this session. And I'm Nauman. I'm currently a technical project manager at Datum Brain. We solve data and AI problems for organizations. And I started my career as a full stack engineer. And then that led to getting promoted towards engineering management. And then I got into technical project management because I like this subject. So that's the brief introduction from my side.
Great. So Nauman, what made you choose PMP particularly for project management, or maybe why PMP?
Yeah. So Tooba, actually, as you already know, that PMP is considered a gold standard for project management knowledge and practices. And I've heard that as well already. So that was the main trigger point for me to, because as I mentioned that I like this subject a lot. So I wanted to get this thing done, and I wanted to, actually learn how the projects are run from the best practices of using PMP knowledge. Yeah.
Great. So, Nauman, do you think that this credential and whatever you have learned in there, the different processes, the different perspectives for the people management, the business side of project management, the different aspects of project management, you have learned in there could be helpful in your professional job, in your professional career as well?
Yeah, definitely. The thing is, Tuba, that we do project management. We manage projects, even if we are doing if we don't have a PMP, okay. But the thing is that getting to know the best practices, the standards around it, and why we are doing something, if we are doing it, I think so that brings a lot of confidence. If someone has done it and actually know the reasons behind the decisions that we are making whenever we are running the project. So for me, as an engineer who has been an engineer, I wanted to understand, I wanted to dismantle this the whole project scenario, that how the project is initiated, how is it planned, and how are different pieces connected together. Yeah, I have been managing the projects already, but what I wanted to learn, that how it is done in a standardized way, because different people have different experience of working with organizations. Like some people work with startups, other work with scale-ups, and others work in enterprise organizations. But at some point in the organization's history, they have to move towards managing projects in a very disciplined, in a very structured way. They have to put things in practice, they have to put things in place. So they are able to scale beyond certain limit, beyond certain head count. There is a need for these standards be in place, so the outcomes are predictable.
You are absolutely right, because at times this question arise in front of me, that I mean, we are already working in projects, we are already in place in the market, and we are doing good. So why do we need these validations that PMP is there, or PINS2 is there, or any other batch is there? Actually, that this is a possibility. I myself have experienced that, 10 years ago, that I was there in project management. I had been managing projects, and I thought that time I had this, perception that probably whatever I had been doing, that, so nicely, because there was no basis, there was no criteria to measure that against, that if the processes were as per the, best practices up to the mark or not, or what are the benchmarks, because when you are in an organization, uh, that organization's practices, and you have that belief that's the best thing to do because that's working for you. But is that working for the market as well? Are you market competitive as well? Are you doing that, as per the best quality standards or not? You don't have an answer for that, because that's working for you in that organization or for that role or for a project or so. So this is like a basis which is actually acceptable at a global scale. So this is a big thing.
Yeah.
Right? Doing that as per the expectation actually enhances your confidence, to a certain level, and that actually is the eventual learning outcome. So moving the conversation forward, I would like to talk particularly about the exam preparation part of your journey. So people would like to know, because you have earned that, with all above target, and that actually is marvelous. So people would like to know that how much time did you take to prepare for it, like overall time, maybe on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, what was your schedule, or like any study pattern that worked for you, maybe if you would like to share with the audience.
Yeah, sure. So, Tuba, actually, overall timeline for me looked around 3.5 months, roughly. And that meant spending a couple of hours daily, not in a single stretch, maybe depending on the schedule for the day, but revising the concepts. First of all, it's the training part of it, which the course content outline that Tuba helps us cover in a very good manner. And then it comes towards solving a lot of practice questions and mocks. And I think so, regarding the best part of my whole training and whole journey was those mock questions or mock exams. Because no matter how much we study, like if I wanted to, revise a concept, um, I had to go through, kind of all the lecture and listen to it. That was not optimistic in terms of time, and it happened to me. And Tuba, I clearly remember that Tuba Tuba mentioned that get on with this and just start practicing questions, and whatever the concept you encounter in the question, you can look up to it, and you can read about it. So overall timeline was 3.5 months around for me. Everyone is different, but that meant daily study as well for the concepts, for solving the questions that were given by Tuba. And I would like to mention one thing that most people, miss out when they mention that why they succeeded. You need to have a good mentor. Why I'm saying this? This is so underrated, I would say. You can get training from maybe Udemy, you can get that. You can have practice questions floating around on YouTube, you can solve that. But we are professionals, and sometimes we lose motivation. Sometimes life gets in our way. The most important thing in my whole journey, and the exceptional thing training with Tuba, was that she kept on pushing. There were certain points in my journey that I wanted to not appear for exam. I would say here for the people out there. But Tuba believed in me, and she consistently pushed back. for the bad ideas that I was trying to, kind of propose. So that's uh, having a good mentor is, I would say, is the topmost thing. And then there comes a training part, and then there is, and along with that, you need to practice questions. So see, if you get busy with your life and no one is there to ask you that what are you doing, you were supposed to do these sets in this time frame. What has happened to you? How are you doing? So this kind of check from Tooba was the main thing that helped me achieve this PMP certification.
Thank you so much, Nauman. And yes, I still remember that message from you, which was coming out of nowhere, where you just said that due to this reason, professional reason, I am just walking out of this and I will not be able to continue. So I was very surprised to see that because Nauman was doing so good on his PMP journey until that time. Yes, he was away for some time, and then I got this message, and I was, of course, surprised because that was not expected. So at that time, yes, I would vouch him on this that at times, no matter how senior you are, no matter how experienced you are, no matter at what designation you are working, everybody needs a mentor. Even I need a mentor as well. Everybody needs a mentor. And at times, in mentor, at times you are just, you are just driven by those circumstances in your life, XYZ, ABC, personal, professional things happening in your life. And at times you make wrong decisions. At
Yeah.
times you feel that this is not needed at this moment, or probably this is like taking so much my time, this is draining me so much, or probably this, that. So, or you can say that you get overwhelmed. So probably he was going through that phase, and I tried to coach him. I tried to, make him believe on his own self that he could do it. It's like just about like a couple of weeks, and you have done so good so far, and you have actually come this far. So you should not be, going back, or you should not be dropping this idea. So I tried to mentor him, and he actually listened to me. Right away, he didn't agree, but in a couple of days, he dropped me a message that, okay, but let me give it a try. But if I want to give it a try, I would like to give it as soon as possible. I am not going to, prolong it anymore. So he gave himself a timeline, and he achieved that as well. So then, rest is history. He did due diligence. He did everything which was needed as per the plan, as per the roadmap. But the point over here is that he listened to my advice at the right time, right? That's the main thing. And he needed the mentor at that time, and the mentor was available, and mentor guided him in the right direction, which is going to be helpful for him. Sooner or later, this credential is going to be very, very helpful for him, because I know his journey and I know his career, and I know that the potential that he has. He definitely is going to make it work for him in the project management direction in a very good way. I know this already, and he knows this already as well. So the point is that he needed this credential that particular time, and he made it work, right? Whatever situation he was going through, whatever circumstances were, but he made it work. So that's the power of a mentor. If the mentor was not there, then probably he would have dropped that idea, because he was so, sure about that I don't need PMP anymore. But I guided him that probably maybe not in the 3 months, 6 months, but maybe in the long run you need it. And this is the best time to go about it. So you have already done 60-70% of it. So this is like the conversation that we had, a couple of times, and then eventually he listened to that. Regarding the preparation, yes, he's absolutely right. 3 months is a very good time. Like I would say, it's like an average time anybody should take. And of course, it's not going to be like, complete 3 months. So we usually provide a plan of around 120 to 140 hours in totality, including training, mentoring, mock exams, application, everything included. That's a maximum. It could be less than 120 hours as well. That depends on delegate as well. But usually it's like between 120 to 140 hours, where 40 hours is going to be of the training, and around 80 hours is going to be for the exam preparation, including everything, the whole roadmap. So yes, now whatever the time arrangement you are going to make, but the recommendation is that at least you take out 15 to 18 hours per week, especially when you are actively in your preparation in the last 1.5 to 2 months of your preparation. Especially in the last 1 month, you should be taking out 15 hours per week. Right, that however you are going to take out 1 hour maybe on the weekday, maybe 3 hours on the weekend, or maybe whatever arrangement works for you, but 15 to 20 hours is a recommendation. And this way you can easily, cover this exam prep thing in 4 weeks or 6 weeks, depending on how much time you are taking out. And of course, our training plan is comprised of 6 weeks training. So, the initial 6 weeks is for the training, and the later 6 weeks is for the exam preparation. So we recommend a plan of 3 months for the PMP chair, right, in the usual circumstances. Okay, so moving the conversation forward, Nauman, when you were writing the exam, when you were in the exam, how was your experience? And with this question, I particularly would like to talk about your exam strategies, including time management, pressure handling, exam anxiety, how you take over that, or when you started experiencing difficult questions, or overwhelming questions, how did you cope up in that? Like anything that you would like to share. And please keep this in consideration that we do not want to violate PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. So we are not going to share any particular question or anything from the exam. It's like just a journal experience from the exam.
Yeah. So, Tooba, I would say it very upfront that the exam was particularly relatively easier than the mock exams. And when I say this, as Tooba is asking that regarding the time management thing, you cannot do time management. You cannot learn time management right on the exam. You need to do it while you are preparing for it, while you are doing the mock exams itself. One particular thing that I wanted to mention for everyone out here is that, see, I was not able to complete whole full length mock exams in one sitting due to my schedule. But what I did was that if I am doing, let's say, 20 questions, I'm checking, okay, this is the time that these 20 questions need to be solved in this time frame to me be able to, kind of when I'm sitting in the actual exam, I'm comfortable. So let's say if you are to solve 60 questions in 75 minutes, I would put the limit towards 60 questions in, let's say, 70 minutes. So 5 minutes earlier. So I was not able to do that full length mock exam in one sitting. But even if I am solving one question, I was, kind of checking it that per question what time I am taking. So that helped me maintain the balance and maintain the pace in my actual exam. Um, and as I already mentioned that due to the extensive mock exams, my exam experience was very good. I was able to complete the exams in 200 minutes, 30 minutes remaining, and I totally took both the breaks, complete 10-minute breaks, and that helped me a lot. And before my exam, one thing, along now that we are discussing these things, that how was my exam experience, I would like to mention that, as I already mentioned, that you need to have a good mentor. With Tooba, from day one to the exam day, she was present. Maybe I was not present at times, but she was very much present, and that made a lot of difference. Um, and I remember her reaching out to me at the last day of my exam, and she was literally sending very long voice notes that do this, and like you need to manage time and you need to take breaks and all those stuff. Yeah, one more thing. on the exam, there is something that Tooba does not recommend is re-reviewing your questions again and again. That helped me a lot. And to be very honest, when I was solving the exam, I was solving it so fast that I was doubting myself that even if I am reading the questions or not. But again, I remembered the advice that Tuba gave me just one day before, that you do not have to re-review every question. Once you are past it, you are done. So I flagged uh, overall 7 or 8 questions for review in the total 180 questions, and out of them, only one of them I changed my answer. So this is something that you need to keep in mind, that once you are confident, once you are past that question, you do not need to kind of review. If you are reviewing, like for example 40 questions, if you are flagging for review, you're just messing up with your exam.
Yeah, absolutely. So, especially when you are done with so good preparation, there is a highly likely chance that you would start over analyzing the stuff. Yeah? This
Yeah.
happens almost with everyone who prepares well for the exam. Yes, if the preparation is like, average or below average, then the situation is different, which
Yeah.
usually is not the case with my students. So I do not have that much experience with that. So my students usually prepare well, or at least prepare up to the mark. If not, if they don't go above and beyond, but they at least are up to the mark for the exam. So I always recommend the same thing, because this is this is human psyche. This happens even with me as well, that if I read a question once, and if I read the same question twice, and if I read that thrice, I would also start overthinking, over analyzing that.
Yeah.
So this happens with everyone. This happens with humans, actually. This is a human psyche. So this is the reason why I recommend that you just trust your gut feeling. You just trust your knowledge. And also one other reason why over analyzing and reviewing is not recommended is that you probably are going to kill your time in that as well, because every review is going to take 1 minute per question at least, right? And
Yeah.
every minute is precious in the exam. So no matter it's like the third time you are reviewing a question, at least you are going to take 1 minute on that question. So, this is exactly what we do not want to happen because in the exam, time management is very important. And
Yeah.
I also recommend that from the beginning of the exam to manage your time well. So it's time management, stress handling, a flag for review option, and it's a careful usage. Um, you know, uh, you know, this exam deceive you a lot as well. So there are
Yeah.
going to be times when you feel that it's not working, probably I'm failing the exam and it's not going to good. It happens. It happens. I don't know if it happened with you or not, but it happens usually with the delegates as well. At times people feel otherwise, like they feel that exam is going so good, and at times they are not able to make it. So it could be mixed feelings. So you should not be trusting those feelings, and you should just be going forward, because until and unless the score sheet is not in front of you, you never know what is going to be the end result. It could be it could be any combination. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be very good, it could be very bad as well. So you never know. This exam is very, very it could be very, very, I would say, tricky. It could be very tricky
Yeah.
as well. And apart from time management and the pressure handling, of some other things also help in the exam, like a good sleep is very helpful. Your mind should be
Yeah.
fresh. Your energy should be, full. It doesn't matter you write it in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, but you should be writing it at the time when you feel, the most energetic in the day.
Yeah.
At times people are they're morning person. At times people are evening person, but whatever is the best time of the day, you should be writing the exam at that time. I always recommend this as well. Most of the time it's a morning thing for most of the delegates, but I mean, we can't say, because I have so many delegates who work at night and they actually feel fresh in the evening. So, I mean, all of these factors are helpful in the exam. So when you book the exam, you make sure that all of this has been taken into consideration. Okay, so thank you so much, Nauman, for this. So Nauman, you have taken our training and exam prep course. You were in the Jan Feb cohort, right? Jan Feb 2026 cohort. Yeah. So he has taken the Jan Feb 2026 cohort, and he has done that because in the middle, because of Ramadan and due to his personal commitments, he was, I think, not available for 1.5 months. So he has actually effectively taken 3 or 3.5 months for the training and exam preparation, which is like an ideal time in my opinion. So you have taken our training course, and uh, that actually is the full package, including the training, exam preparation, application, everything. So people are actually very much scared of the application process as well, and at times they are not at all concerned about the exam preparation or the exam part of it, and they are only concerned about the application bit of it, the experience writing part. So I know, and now you also know that how easy it is. So how was the application process for you?
Yeah. So Tuba, you're rightly saying that people are very much worried about the application itself rather than the exam. I have been that person as well. So, but since this whole package from Tooba and OTTC, application support is available. Tooba provided us sample formats that we need to write our experience in, and I was able to do that because I had that format written in front of me in a very detailed manner that my application got approved. So apart from not only that, you are getting training from Tuba, is not the only lectures and the mock exams, but also the application support. And I again say that I also want to mention again here that from day one to the exam day and to this day as well, it's not only the exam day. I'm still connected with Tuba, and she is very much receptive to the messages. And sometimes I say to Tuba that you have redefined productivity for me, that how you are managing so much delegates, and I'm literally amazed by her energy. And thank you so much, Tuba, for this.
Thank you for your appreciation, Nauman. So yes, this is exactly what our role is. So in our
Yeah.
role, we should be providing the personalized experience to everyone. Uh, it's not only you. Almost every other delegate of mine says the same thing to me, that we get the personalized experience. So it's like that feeling that we are the only delegate who are getting, the premium services, the premium support from our side. And this is not only me, like the other delegates, the other mentors at on-time training, like they also promote the same idea. So this is our job. This is exactly how our mentors should be. They should be available to their delegates for their queries, for the support, for the needed support, of course. Regarding the application, to those delegates who are still concerned about it, this is a very easy process. So if you, if you get this idea from here and there that application is going to be, like a blocker, no, application is not the blocker. Yes, exam preparation could be a blocker, but application is like, if you are going to write it the PMI way, it's going to be like, very smooth process. So I'm so much used to it that every other day, at least 5, 6 applications I assist, and within 1 to 2 hours we just get it ready and we just submit it, and within 3 to 5 working days PMI approve it, and that's it. It's done. It's just that you know the right template, the right format to write. It's
Yeah.
it's just about that. So what is the right template? Yes, this probably it could be a question. So if you are interested to know about it, maybe you connect with me separately for that. So Nauman, if I would ask about the overall experience that you received from on-time training and the training at exam preparation program, the mock exams that we have provided to you, the cohort members and their contribution, the other group, the public group, which is there. So there are multiple sources with which we actually help our delegates. So what is your overall experience with on-time training for your PMP preparation and the project management learning, to be specific?
To put it simply, I have already recommended many of my friends to so they can complete their PMP journey with Tooba, and that speaks for itself because uh, if I'm talking about overall experience, there is no such thing in PMP that Tooba doesn't cover. I would say this. From day one to exam day, you are covered. You have not only got the materials, you have got a mentor who, if you are having some confusions, is there to answer. That's what I want to say. See, I would like to mention one thing here, Tuba, is that with PMP, um, I don't know how people approach it, but this is this is what I believe that we should be approaching it in a way that we actually want to learn the concepts by given by PMP, the PMI, and we need to not only memorize. Again, it's not a memorization exam, it's a completely scenario based exams. But the thing is, let's say you have a confusion in some concept, you need to be able to resolve that concept, because once you are done with your PMP, you should be knowing the reasons, the actual reasons for whatever concepts that you are taking away from this, journey. So that need to be making some sense. So
Yes,
overall experience,
yes,
yeah.
you're absolutely right. And if you ask me, uh, that Tuba, are you only a trainer or a teacher of project management? I would say no. I would say that I live it. So this is a lifestyle. Project management is a lifestyle, and I have adopted this lifestyle. So day in, day out, from the start of the day till the conclusion of the day, I implement whatever I teach in project
Yeah.
management in my own life as well. Every other day, every other assignment, every other project that I do, and if even if it's not about project, even if it's about the day-to-day things as well, I apply the project management principles and learning in everything that I do. Literally, not only in my official things, in my just day-to-day things as well. Risk management, scope management, team management, people management. I apply everything that I teach as well. So it's the application that matters. If you just
Mhm.
learn something and you just keep that to theory, to books, and then you will start forgetting it. You will not, you know, you will not remember it anymore.
Yeah.
It should be in implementation, and project management is not something which is there in offices only or in organizations only. It's everywhere, right? I at times give this example of risk management. If you see around you, even wherever you are sitting, wherever you are right now, if you see around, you will see many risks in there. And the same principles, the same strategies, the same response planning applies in your regular life, in your day-to-day life as well. So it's like, it's everywhere. Project management is everywhere, right? So it's about the implementation, and of course, in your organization, in your real life projects, in your with your team members, with your customers, with your colleagues, many things can be applied. So at times I get this question that our organization do not allow me to do this, do not allow me to do this, we do not have this authority. How can we implement that? Start with your own self. You
Yeah.
don't need, a big ecosystem to make it work. Start with your own self. And you will see that it will evolve. It will start penetrating like as an ecosystem around the people around the systems. Like this is how it works, you know. This is how you influence people. This is how you influence stakeholders with your own example. So, anyways, this is a big conversation, but there is always a way. There's always a way. There's always a start.
Yeah.
Right? You do not need like anything big to start with. Start with just with your own self. Right? So, Nauman, after doing this PMP, how do you define the concept of payback and ROI on this investment on PMP journey? And with investment, I do not only mean the money or financial investment, the investment of time, the investment of energy. You had prioritized it for some time. You had deprioritized your family and other engagements for some time. So you had invested a lot, right, in this. So how do you think that you will get payback or return on this?
Tuba, for me, the payback or return on investment for me is the learning part of it. If I'm being honest about it, um, having seen through all the phases of a project and how it is run, and not only agile, slapping onto every project, but even the traditional projects, depending on the circumstances and how they are managed. And um, I think so. The biggest takeaway for me is the learning part of it and getting to know that whatever, let's say I'm speaking to someone about project management. Now they will be taking me seriously if I am having some opinion, and if I have, and I have some opinion because I've learned it, and I've spent some time on it, dedicated some time from my life from it. Apart from the learning part of it, any serious organization that if we are looking towards opportunities, um, there is a base requirement for PMP itself, because in bigger organizations or in organizations where running projects smoothly is a required thing, um, they need to have professionals who speak the very same language, and they are coming from, they have the very base or the foundations set already in through PMP. And since all the professionals are speaking the very same language, they are able to build a solid foundation and solid building over that. So for me, learning is one thing. And the second one is getting into the opportunities for which I was not eligible for earlier. So these are the two key takeaways for me from the PMP.
Fantastic. This is like such a fantastic answer. I'm so glad to hear that because, you know, I get so many delegates, and it's okay if this is the idea of benefits or return for them, that they want, like, right away they want a job, they want, a new organization, they want a pay raise or something. I'm okay with that. Of course, everyone may have their own targets, may have their own goals. However, keeping it like very monetary and very, job oriented probably is superficial in my opinion, in my own humble opinion. I mean, this is my perspective of seeing benefits, that you should be seeing the long term goal as well. You should be seeing the long term development as well. And I think that everything should not be short term, that like right away I get a job, right away I get this, right away I get that. Nothing is going to happen overnight, and most likely if it's going to happen overnight, then it's going to conclude overnight as well, right? So you should be talking about this concept of sustainability, long term realization, long term perspective as well, with the short term targets. So I also think on those lines that you do, Nauman, and I'm very glad to hear that. So, Nauman, after PMP, maybe in the short run or maybe in the long run, are you looking forward to other credentials or other standards? And if yes, then most likely, which one would you prefer to go with?
That I need to discuss with you separately. That I already had in my mind, but I got busy. So I'm getting back to you on this question
Okay,
separately.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
great, great. No worries, no worries. So thank you so much, Nauman, for this lovely conversation. This has been helpful, and I'm sure that PMP delegates are going to listen to it. They are going to find it helpful as well. So in the end, would you like to give any advice to the PMP aspirants, especially those who are going to write it like in the next 3 to 4 weeks with the current format, or maybe with the new format as well? Anything that you would like to advise to the PMP aspirants?
Yeah, if Tuba is saying that book your exam, simply book it. That I
This
think
is
so.
such an ease you are creating for me, because you have no idea how difficult it is with some delegates to get the exam booked.
Yeah,
Some delegates, they are ready. I mean, in my opinion as well, they are ready, or they will get ready as per their bill, but they are not ready to book it. They're so scared to write the exam that people have exam phobia. So thank you so much for this advice. And please also tell them that why it is so important to book the exam, to have a target for them.
yeah. I'll give you from my example. I was reluctant to book my exam, and I was, kind of procrastinating over a few dates. And Tuba was pushing me back. No, you don't need to prolong it. You need to do it earlier. So um, for for a brief moment, I stopped my brain literally so that I do not overthink and simply act on what my mentor is saying. So I paid for it. And once I paid for it, I can tell you there is no biggest motivation after you book your exam. You will be reading the content, you will be going through questions, you will be that is kind of that the time pressure is something that is going to take you forward. And I was the one who was delaying the exam, and I was the one who stopped uh, studying for exam 15 or 20 hours earlier. I did not study for the last day, as Tuba suggests and recommends that we should be stopping studying. So, what was it that I was not able to do in that time frame, and that I was taking 1 hour more? I was able to do that because of that time pressure. I was solving questions like crazy. I was going through materials like crazy because I knew that I'm not going to reschedule my exam, and it's happening on that particular day at that particular time, and I have to be there. So I prioritized everything around it. And you would prioritize everything around it simply, as I already mentioned, that when Tuba says it, that book your exam, shut your brain off and just simply book your exam. So,
So you are
so
just
this is what I
suggesting
want.
that you trust your mentor, and whatever they are suggesting,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
saying it for a
yeah, yeah,
reason. They are
totally.
saying it for a reason. Yes, actually, this is correct. But being a mentor, I cannot say it for myself. But yes, this is correct. And we should be listening to your mentor, because they are coming with like so much experience in that industry, and with so many delegates uh, of so many different varieties and from so many different regions. So they have the experience dealing with the delegates and dealing with your particular scenario and circumstances. They know that what is going to work for you most likely, right? So yes, this is correct that you should be listening to your mentor. So if you have trusted someone as a mentor, it could be any mentor,
Yeah,
not only me, then you should actually be trusting, right?
yeah,
So this is like something that's going to be very, very helpful, not only with PMP, but with any and every other thing in your life where you are actually hiring a mentor to guide you through. So just follow their roadmap, follow their advice. When they are saying that something is important to be done at a particular time, probably there's a reason for that, because they have experience with that. So yes, on that
yeah.
note, we can conclude this session. And yes, I have received like a question from Ali in a private chat. So he asked that Tuba, what so he has asked that to me privately, that Tuba, what Nauman has done that he actually achieve all above target. And it is so easy to achieve all above target, because most of your students achieve all above target. I observed that on the group. So what do I say on this? I mean, what do I say on this? Yes, Alhamdulillah for
Uh,
this. Alhamdulillah. Yes, most, not all, but most of my students achieve above target. This is correct. But Numan, what do I say on this? You say something on this.
uh, Ali is a friend. So Ali is my classmate. So from the university. And to be very honest, I can simply say that in the OTTC circle, it feels like a regular day. Um, yeah,
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
I
Alhamdulillah for this.
I was mentioning to Tuba one day that from this cohort only, I think 95% plus people are already above
So those who have
targets,
gone for the
80s.
exam, they have passed it, and Alhamdulillah. So even today as
Yeah,
well, Nauman Hashmi has passed it today with all above
yeah,
target. So yes, those who have gone to the exam, they have passed it, and Alhamdulillah. I was mentioning the same thing to him today as well, that in your cohort, everybody passed it with all above target actually. So yes,
yeah,
this is like a blessing to me, because that cohort where which you are also part of, that was an amazing one. That was like
yeah.
a group of amazing people actually.
Yeah, Tuba, one thing I would like to mention apart from this is that um, I would stress over the importance of the mock exams. You need not only need to know the right answer, but you need to know why the others answers are not correct given a scenario. So when Tuba says that for a full length mock, you have to spend 10 hours, spend 10 hours because that demand that kind of effort. So if you are going to with that mindset, um, it will be a regular day for you as well.
And one other thing is
Yeah.
that at times people just stress the importance of mock exam, which we cannot deny. I cannot deny that as well. Of course,
Yeah.
mock practice is super important before you appear in the exam. However, it's not only the exams. Mock exams plus the right mindset, plus the right understanding of project management mindset as per the PMI standard, and discussing that with your colleagues, with your peers, with your mentor more specifically is also going to be very, very, helpful, because at times you have that, perception that, something is so, some concepts are so, rightly placed in your mind as per your best understanding. But when you discuss that with your mentor or with your maybe with your colleagues or someone, then you get to understand that, oh, what I have understood actually is slightly different than what was expected to be, even if my answer was correct for a particular question. So discussions
Yeah.
are also very helpful. Discussions with your mentor, sessions with your mentor. Noman didn't really take any session with me, but people do take their mentoring sessions with me as well. So Noman actually made it work via offline chat and voice notes, but people do take mentoring sessions with me as well, because that's part of the package. So, whatever works for you, but stay connected with your mentor, because this is exactly why you have hired them, right? So, this is actually the right key to make it work for you with the above target. Like box
Yeah.
plus mentor plus following their word of advice and following the roadmap. Um, Ideally religiously, or maybe with a variation of plus minus 5-10% is okay,
Yeah.
but more than that is not okay. So our tolerance is 10%. You can overrun it by 10%, but not more.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Noman, for this lovely conversation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it as well. And I'm definitely, I'm certain that the PMP delegates are going to enjoy it. Um, Thank you for your time. And guys, I will be back very soon with our new PMP delegate who probably would achieve that with all above target as well, inshallah. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Thank you so much, Nauman, for your time. Have a lovely evening.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Tooba.
Take
Thanks.
care.
Bye.
Take care.
Thank you. Bye.